What's going on, everybody? I'm Aaron Jamison. This is Chain Raider Disc Golf. Here we are a couple days away from Christmas, and I happen to have gotten an early Christmas present. I like to share it with you, and I like to get some throws in to see what this thing does. And it's in this bag right now, so let's get into this. I've heard a couple people talk, and they mention they're talking about their bags. It's like they have a putter, a couple putters, a couple throwing putters at approach, maybe a Discraft Zone or a Harp, Westside Harp, and then they're like right to the fairways and distance drivers. Well, there is a huge slot here for mid-ranges. I love mid-ranges, especially on some of the courses we play. If I can't get my throwing putter the distance that it needs, I'm reaching for a mid. And I got mids in here that do all sorts of things. Here we got two overstable. The Gator more overstable than this one here, the Drone. Of course, I got a Rock 3 by Innova. I got this Moose by Daredevil. I got this Truth by DD. Newest one in the bag, the Origin Point and Shoot, kind of like the Truth. And then we have Understable. And I got my DD Bounty right here. Well, Rockets, his name's Dave, call him Rockets, he gave me an early Christmas present. And that was this right here. This is an Axiom Paradox. This is considered an understable mid-range. And I do like that color combo. Kind of like, got the peach on the side here with that bright green. The flight ratings on this disc, a 5, a 4, a -4, and a 0. So for anyone new out there, you have a speed of 5, a glide of 4, a turn of -4, and a fade of 0. Based off of those numbers there, this disc sounding pretty understable. And I definitely need another understable in with these mids. I want to throw this thing and see what this thing could do. You know, I also have putters that are understable. I have this one here, this Warden has been beaten into death. It's got bumps and ripples and all sorts of stuff. I can throw this out and it'll nicely go to the right for me. Now, why do I want a disc to go right? Because I'm a right-hand dominant backhand thrower. So when I throw it, just your typical disc, it wants to go out and it wants to fade left. So in order for me to go right, I need an understable disc. Let's give this a couple throws and see what it does. I'm here at the field. This place I like to come to throw. Nice wide open. You can usually make out the disc pretty well against the tree line out there. This is bright green. You should be able to see it well. I'm gonna go easy on this. Some gentle throws, warm up my shoulder. I just want to see how it acts just on a normal basic throw. Remember, this is understable, mid-range. The weight is 168 grams. I like that lightness because if you really dump on it, you can just force it over. Okay, here we go. The Axiom Paradox. There you go. That went out. Nicely started drifting to the right. And then if you noticed, it started looking like it was fighting back. The chains from here to out there, if they're correct, 220 feet. I just jogged it. I'm a little out of breath. This disc saw its flight. It landed right next to the chains. Very minimal effort. Very nice glide. Now, me personally, this would be the second Axiom disc that I own. The other one, I have two of them. I have the Axiom Envy in a hard neutron plastic and an Axiom Envy in the soft neutron plastic, excuse me. And this is neutron plastic, and this is the hard. It's very durable. It's got a nice grip in hand. And speaking of hands, hot hands, shout out to you. Not sponsored. I'll take a sponsorship anytime you want. It's cold, and these things are a lifesaver. All right, let's do another set of throws with this, and see what it does. I'm gonna put a little bit more on it. There you go. Dump more power on it. It went out and just stayed going right. I'm gonna go jog and get that. Okay, I'm gonna do that throw again because I want to make sure it wasn't some freak coincidence that I went and threw and released it like this on an Anheuser. So one more of those, see what it does. I'm gonna dump more on it. And watch for the mud. Roller. Yep, there you go. It wants to go right. Well, we saw this thing go out in a nice easy throw. Went out, started moving to the right, and then right at the end, you can see it kind of wanting to fight out of it. Then you saw what happens with the Paradox when you dump on it. It wants to go out, and it wants to turn and burn, which is cool. It's understable. That's what it's meant to do. But the problem here, chains are 220 feet. This is turning to the right before I'm even getting to the chains. So what if I got a tunnel shot or something where I need to go beyond that? Well, I could possibly reach for a fairway driver, but I still want to, maybe it's a, you know, I want to shoot it with the mid, you know? So what I got to do? I'm going to throw this with some hyzer. Watch it flip up and glide and gain me more distance. Everyone's favorite hyzer flip, here it comes. Wow. I'm releasing straight at the chains. That just hyzer flipped, turned over, never came back. It just kept going right. That was seriously one heck of a hyzer flip and turnover. This thing never had a chance to even try to start fighting back and, you know, fading left. It just wants to go right. I want to buy it more time. I want to get more distance. I think it's time to throw it like this. Just a wicked hyzer angle and see what happens with this disc. Now, one more thing about this. I generally do not buy green, especially in the springtime here. I don't know if you can tell, well, kind of all brown. But there are some green spots here and there. It's a darker green, but in the springtime here in Pennsylvania, the grass and the trees, it's all like a light green until it matures and it becomes darker. This disc almost glows in the daylight. It is very bright. And for it being green, a color I usually don't buy, I don't think I'll have a problem seeing this. Fingers crossed. Then again, it is a fairway. Fairway. Then again, it is a mid, so it's not going to really go way out there like a fairway or distance driver. But a bad tree kick into a heavily vegetated area, who knows? But that green really does stand out. Okay, severe hyzer angle. I think that was a little too much. I definitely put that on way too much of a hyzer. We'll try it again. I'm just going to adjust it a little bit. Turn back. Come on. You going to do it? Whoa. There you go. You can see that was a pretty severe angle. Went out. It got more distance for sure. And turned over. And then right at the end, it looked like it wanted to kind of fight back out of it. Nice. Okay, I'm going to come down here to set 3. This would be perfect for that disc right here. 155 feet. The chains are right there. I think this would be a perfect shot for that disc. Send it over here and just let it kind of coast in. I really wish. You hear this? Sounds like I'm walking on a sponge. I really wish this township would put something here, whether it's a rock. I mean, a box would be great, but if I go down, don't call 911, I'll be all right. It's a little bit better, but my gosh, look at that. Guess I'll just stand here and throw. No run up. Oh, geez. Didn't put enough on it. It just went straight. I'm definitely going to have to put more on this. I think pretty much went straight. I was trying to put it a little bit to the left of the chain, so I knew, well, I thought it was going to go right. Try this again. I'm going to attempt to run up. Can't be nothing drastic or I'm going down. There you go. There you go. Besides slipping there, mud caked in my shoes, my word. That was a good shot. Let's go take a look. All right, we threw from right there. Disc came up in here. Faded on in. I just say turned on in. And there it is. Slid right up in that, right up into the base. Whoops. Absolute drop in. All right, let's go to 4 because it doesn't look too muddy, and once again, it's perfect. It's to the right. Chains are right next to that tree, so to the left of it, I have a lot of area where I could throw a disc like this out there and have it come in. As you throw my Understable Warden at this one, same thing. I work the left side and have the disc travel to the right. Nope. Wow. Well, it went right. Let's put a little too much on it. Ooh. Now this is so close here. There's really no reason to even do X step and look back and reach way back like this. That's just too much power. So if you saw, I kind of went up and went like this. Keep my eyes on my target. Something I started doing and it really does help. Okay, for one thing, this close, I would never be throwing a mid, but because we're doing this video with this mid, I have to throw a mid. I'm gonna take a lot more off of it. Let's try this one more time. Look at this, it's just like sticking, clumping to my feet. God. Each foot feels like it's 20 pounds. Good enough. Okay. Took a lot off of it, and you notice, went out. Kind of looked like it wanted to start going right, and it just sat down. Bird. And that, my friends, is the Axiom Paradox. 5, 4, -4, 0. Question is, will I bag this disc? Or, for short, will I bag it? Yeah, it's going in the bag. For the applause. Big shout out to Rockets. Thank you for this early Christmas present. Love this disc. I really do. I really like this disc. Axiom, you did a good job. And for anybody out there that doesn't know, Axiom is actually MVP. MVP, I guess, stuck with their primary colors like the red, blue, white, purple. And they came up with this line here for the more brighter colors, the fluorescence and stuff like that. All in all, there you go. This is a good disc. I like it. It has a great feel. It's not too shallow. I recently did a review on the Discmania Origin. I did bag that. That is a great point and shoot disc. Very shallow. This isn't so shallow. I do like the grip on this. Very good disc. Axiom Paradox. I would definitely suggest it if someone was asking, hey, should I get that disc? By all means. Well, as we're getting closer and closer to Christmas, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas, and most of all, stay safe, stay strong, and God bless. We are Chain Raider Disc Golf. Take care.